right, we're back. I have not cleared out the arena this time. I have not had the opportunity to go do all the homework as I did last time. But that's okay. So,
what's on your mind?
It's come to my attention again and again.
Again and again?
And again and again. Quite often. That the inefficiencies of the way I'm going through this could be tightened up. Not to mention there's some more enjoyment that should be had by tweaking the parts under the hood, so to speak, and getting a better understanding for that. Now, I know that there's a lot that I don't know, and there's a lot that I'm grasping at straws to get. So, in the spirit of that, backseaters, today's your day. I am welcoming anyone who's hearing this, any YouTube, if you're hearing this and you don't like that too much, I can understand. Sorry about that. It might be an episode of this, but we're opening it up. Talk to me, guys. Let's learn. Let's figure out how to tweak. Let's figure out how to build a couple test suits and get some of the... my goal here is to have a couple of examples on one of these pages of here's what I'd like, here's how I kind of want it to look, and here's my goal with the weapons, and you guys can help me. Let me know what parts you think, based on what I can afford right now, would be ideal, right? So I've been able to go through the game so far, and I've settled on the double Gatling guns and then a pile bunker or a melee on the shoulder because I think that's cool.
You made it work.
I like a cool melee thing. I think that's a lot of fun to have. I like legs that, like, more than tank legs or per se, or the spider legs. I kind of like that feel. But you can't have everything, right? And also, if your arms are not dedicated towards bullet specialty, if they're melee specialty, then your Gatlings are not going to be as efficient as well. But that's all fine. So I don't mind splitting this up into, different possibilities. But the thing is, of course, is while taking suggestions and tweaking things, I have to kind of think the robot I'm using is cool. I have to enjoy that.
That matters.
If I don't think I like what's happening gameplay-wise, even if it does work efficiently, then I'm not going to have a lot of fun with it. So my goal is to also have fun. So with that said, I hope that makes sense. And let's hear it. Let's hear it. So currently,
backseating encouraged day.
a day of backseat, indeed.
You're making your bed. You're gonna have to sleep in it.
That's okay. What I do, because I do understand that, like, essentially while tweaking parts and pieces, I mean, it just comes down to this. While tweaking parts and pieces and such, there's things where I'm like, okay, so these Basho arms are great for melee, but they're not great for the guns I have. And so, between the two, is it going to be a detrimental thing to sortie with my arms overburdened, even though it's not a normal overburdening? Or, would it be a decent idea to just not do Basho arms, but then still do a little melee here and there, but just you won't be getting the maximum damage out of it, and so on and so forth. All of that. I think that makes sense. All right. So, the last thing I did was I took off the melee on one of the shoulders, and I put double songbirds on, and was just trying to mess around with these arms because they had the highest firearm specialization. But I guess first things first.
Which affects accuracy or damage? Yeah, there was something weird about
any questions you ask? Any questions you ask?
Will be answered.
I will not answer. Because I think I might know the answer. But how about we just forego that
Yeah. So
and just go here.
I think there was a weird thing where
And read
firearm
what that
specialization was okay. Yeah.
Because I don't need that coming this way. So just read what it says and see if that answers your question.
Suitability. Okay. Higher values improve target tracking performance. So accuracy, which was funny last time because melee specialization is for melee damage, right? If you look at me, yeah. Greater attack power. Correct. Okay.
Tracking performance versus attack power.
Okay.
Okay.
For the melee. Okay.
And Basho arms were very good at that. Great. Okay.
All right.
So, first things first. My initial goal, that is double Gatling. I don't really care what's on this shoulder, but having at least a melee pile bunk, for example, over here, right? Now, possible, yes, because I was able to, sortie with the arms that are not ideal for that. However, would you folks say that, all in all, the goal of having 2 Gatling guns and also having a pile bunker is just diametrically opposed to each other, so you can't really make a decent or even strong build out of having those together? Because one requires you to be like either compromising your arms or one requires you to be compromising your melee?
Seems like 80% say yes, 20% say no, maybe.
Okay. Seeing a suggestion to stop using weapon bay. Okay. Now, I guess the reason why I'm hesitant to stop using weapon bay is because I think it's a lot more fun to switch over to like a cool melee weapon than it is to just have shoulder mounted things. As you can hear, I really enjoy the up close kind of like slash or punch or whatever the case is. I think that's dope. But if it's just a matter of like, yeah, well, you got to build towards it and that's all there is to it, then, so be it, right? So then in that case, I guess the idea, if we're looking at 2 diametrically opposed concepts that are not necessarily shareable here, then I guess the idea would be to build a melee dedicated kit, loadout, and then perhaps a like bullet dedicated loadout.
Okay.
I'm not really the energy weapon projectile builds and stuff, and or spider builds and stuff. I'm not really that interested in those. These are the 2 kinds that I like. I like the Daka bullets, and I like the bam, hit him hard. So 2 ACs specialized towards these goals, I suppose, are a place for me to start. That I think I can have some fun with it, right? Okay, so let's say then we are starting with our gun-based build. So I have double Gatlings, and then I put 2 Songbirds on the shoulders. I think those were pretty good damage and pretty decent explosive capability. But again, that's all replaceable. Yes, but that is very heavy. Indeed it is, which then has us looking at the arms. Currently, I haven't bought every single arm in the shop, but of the ones available, this is the highest specialization, which increases tracking performance. Would these be the best arms for having Gatling guns, or would there be other arms that would help in any other way besides tracking performance? Recoil control, recoil arms. Okay, let's take a look at recoil control. These ones have not the best recoil control. Ability to absorb recoil, higher values mitigate accuracy reduction incurred by rapid fire. Okay, so when it comes to this, recoil in a first-person shooter obviously is bad because you have to aim manually, and then you bounce, you shake, and your reticle is no longer where it's meant to be.
Yeah.
In a game like this, however, where you're locked on to the target and you're standing within range of your bullets, what does the problem become?
I would guess that like maybe it would be like accurate at first, and then it would get more and more inaccurate as you
On its own while you're locked on.
The trigger.
And it's not, and bullets would not. But would they be bouncing off at that point, or would they just be like missing completely? I suppose. The reticle bloom. Okay, so it gets wider.
Yeah.
I see. Gotcha. Understood. Thanks. Okay, so if that's a major concern, right now. All right, so the big shoulder arms I used to have better recoil control. And then let's go look at the shop as well. So let's say this is maximum firearm specialization, and this is about 87 on recoil control, right? All right, let's go to the shop and see what we've got.
Ooh, we're shopping.
All right, so these ones are 87 as well. Oh, no, wait, hold on, sorry. Looked at the current, not the future stat. 155, that's the highest of these.
What happens when you press L3? What are the sorting options?
L3, sort by different things.
Okay, you could sort by recoil control or whatever you want.
From bottom to top. From top to
Bottom,
bottom.
top to stop.
We did one of those already this week. We can't be referencing it again.
Yeah, okay.
we hit the Linkin Park already. All right, so here we go. We got 155 on recoil control, but firearm specialization drops down to 92. More parts to be unlocked as we progress, certainly, but for now. So you'd say committing to heavier recoil control arms is more important than firearm specialization?
That sounds interesting.
It depends on what kind of guns you're using. I'm using Gatling guns.
For automatic and Gatling guns, yes.
Gotcha.
You're like, then you're going to be spreading more and more, and then you stop. And then you shoot, it's going to be accurate, and it's going to spread out. Right?
In theory.
In theory. In theory.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Yes.
I'll take your word for it. All right. So. We've got these going on, and we are currently able to support them. Okay. That's good. Now, leg-wise, we've got a couple different options. For now, like I said, I'm currently looking to stick with the bipedals, if possible, in preference for movement options and aesthetics. I'd prefer those over the jumpers. So, let's see here. I guess the main thing to be concerned with was just their ability to support weight and then their ability to boost. Or support the boosters I'm going to use, right? There's nothing here that's necessarily going to be affecting my guns or how I use them, right? Yep, weight and movement. Okay. So for that, let's just keep the ones we have here. They're the same company as well, so that might be good. All right. And then, as far as body goes, let's see here. Right, generator outputs. This is basically going to be about our ability to support and generate energy, and some defense as well. between these two, yeah. Well, I guess now that we have the arms decided on, we can go for maximum boosting capability so that I can get the most out of my my boosters. So, booster efficiency adjustment. The less energy consumed by quick boost. Okay. And what about what's the other boost called? The super cool one?
I forget.
The big boost. Assault boost. What can increase the efficiency of my assault boost? Booster stat. Okay. Well.
Booster stats.
So then this one is already going to be better than that for the overall booster efficiency.
And lower weight.
And weight. Okay. Right, the actual booster, right. So before I'm picking that, I'm just looking at the frames that would be good for that. So currently, let's see, 126 and 9820 for the weight. So let's go compare that to what's available. All right. So weight goes up. Booster efficiency goes up. Or down, rather. Ah, I see. So I guess I have best in slot for both of those things? At the moment, from what's shoppable, that is to say. Seems like everything else is worse off, right? Yeah. Okay. Bashal Core might be good, but if I'm not using melee on this build... Well, I guess it's not for the arms, though, right? So, right now, if you're saying Bashal Core might be good, right now, the suit I have has better weight and better boost efficiency, so why would I want to go with Basho here, for example? For more health? For cores, I'd go with the tankiest one. Generic HP and poise. Better defense and AP. HP and defense. Okay, so sacrificing a little bit of that. Alright, well, I also don't like it aesthetically. It works for, I guess, a less sleek kind of like, you know, garbage dump style robot, but I don't suppose that's what I want.
Fucking Cybertruck.
You know, I am down to build a scrappy ass junkyard bot, but not exactly what I want right now. So, yeah. And besides, I'd rather. I also wouldn't mind this build being a little light on defense in order to make up for it with gun, right? So the body I currently have feels like it can do both of those things. Energy, very important. Right. Okay. Mate, nothing about your AC is sleek. Well, that depends on the parts, right? So, for example, this is a square, blocky looking body. You know, this is a little less square. It's a little more futuristic and slim. The more rounded, I suppose, the more sleek, right? So what I really mean is rounded looking aesthetically as opposed to blocky. So if you don't want to use that word, that's okay, but that's what I mean. Okay. So I guess we'll keep the body we have for now then. because it seems like the weight is still good, and as is the booster efficiency. And then energy load here gets better, though, so we'll keep this on standby as a possibility. All right. We have our arms, we have our legs. Now, actual boosters, of course. Let's take a look. So, I do boost a lot. And I do, which is also why I want to make sure that I have a boost supporting frame. Okay, so I'm currently using the Kikaku, and the other options I have are the default and this one, the energy shortfall on those. Yes. So if I go Alula is the booster. Okay. Darren716 is sleeping. That's all right, buddy. Might not be the episode for you. It's okay. I let everyone know up front what we're going to be doing for today. So that's all right. That's fine. No worries. Hey,
that's fine. I'm not getting this.
Alula is good. All right. So Alula is good. If so, we're looking at, I guess, its thrust, its QB thrust, its QB reload time are maxed out. So those would be the good stats.
I'm seeing that you might be too heavy for this one. I'm not sure why.
Well, if that's the case, we can pick it and then work our way down, right? Okay. So, all right. Thrust of boost movement, greater movement speed, go faster. Quick boost, greater initial speed. Reload time for quick boost. Agile consecutive usage. Sounds pretty good. Thrust of assault boost movement. Swifter rush attacks. Okay, so this is all giving you very good distance. Which is not the same as efficiency. It's more like you're just going to get there faster, as opposed to your boost will last longer, right? But this is for the gun build. Yes, Solidus, exactly. So, all right.
So do you want good movement speed, good horizontal movement, good quick boost, or good assault boost?
Okay. When I think about it, oftentimes I boost a lot, and I feel like what drains my boost the most is in order of like top to bottom: assault boosting, hovering, and then dodging in third place.
Okay.
God damn it! I gotta use the bathroom. Sorry, bad timing. All right, let me just run through that real quick. But yes, this is that. Those are the three things I think that I suffer from losing the most energy on in general. Mind you, still able to proceed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
yeah. That's the progress.
But just in terms of, I guess, optimizing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peak performance.
No worries. All right, so let's slap that Alula on. QB reload ideal weight. Be sure to check that. QB reload ideal weight. All right, so maximum tolerable AC weight before quick boosts. Reload time is compromised. Maximum tolerable weight before quick boost is compromised. Quick boost reload. Okay. Higher values support heavier ACs without suffering reduced performance. Okay, so your booster has a stat for how heavy you can be before your reload starts to decrease in efficiency.
Compare it to the total weight on the right. 85,000.
Okay. Now, that doesn't sound that detrimental, but I'm assuming you're bringing it up because it is. That sounds like after a certain point, your boosting will not reload as quickly, but that still sounds like not the worst thing in the world. if you are able to move and fight and survive. Right? That's what it sounds like. Here it's very low, and on the others it's better. It's detrimental for people who use quick boost, but if you don't use quick boost, it doesn't matter. You'll be fine, but you need to be aware of your QB reload time. I see. So the trade-off for using a Lula is going to be that my quick boost reloads will not be as ready. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. I'll keep that in mind. So, Alula goes on. All right, now we have an energy shortfall, which means we need to check out our generator for what's there. Also, for the boosters, yeah, I did see Alula is the good one. So, but let me just go look at the shop as well, just because I know that there's stuff that's again unpurchased, just to see what I didn't get. Alula has the best thrust, best QB thrust. This one has better AB thrust, but it's just the assault boost then. Yeah, okay. And then everything has better reload weight than the Alula I'm currently rocking. Okay. Yeah, alright, so this is good assault boost thrust then, huh? Might be interesting. I might want to try out an AC that can assault boost quickly. We can grab that for future. I can also sell things later, so it doesn't really matter, but alright. Just want to grab it so I don't forget which one. Back to assembly. Looking at generators. Okay, so energy shortfall. Which ones currently do not? The VP20C, 20D, and that's it. Amongst the ones I own. Amongst the ones I don't own, I have... That's it. So my choices are between those two.
Only two choices.
Any flugels or flugers? Doesn't ring a bell. Alright. So, we're seeing 20C is an all-arounder. 20C is very good. 20D is super chunk. 20C will do wonders. Oh, Flugel is a booster. Not in my purchased. Perhaps at the shop. There's a Flugel over here. Yep.
21Z.
Lower thrust, lower QB thrust, lower AB thrust. Better ideal weight on the stat. I want the other things, I think, a little bit better, though, as we were talking about. I don't, if I feel like the reload time is coming back to haunt me, then perhaps I would go for this, but this feels like it's exactly averaging out in a way that I'm okay with not doing right now. I'm down to have a better thrust, so, but this is a generalized, right? I don't mind going for something a little more specialized in its tuning, so... that's fine. I don't need the general there. Alright, so back to the generators. The 20C seems to be what I'm getting a consensus on over here. Between the two, 20D has a much heavier weight. 20C is like half of that in exchange for energy capacity and pretty significant supply efficiency, which if we take a look over here, the rate at which energy supplied to the AC, higher values enable faster energy recovery. Okay, so this is straight up the rate of recovery. improved by the output spec of the generator and influenced by the total energy load, with lighter assemblies recovering energy more quickly. Okay. So if you have a lower total energy load, you'll get you'll recover your energy faster in general. Okay. Well, that aside, looks like 20C is the way to go then.
Okay.
All right. Expansion. I like this. Right. Then we've got the different FCSs. So, currently using medium range assist. Of what's available, this is close range. This is just better weight efficiency. Hold on a second. Sorry, going back up. No, the further your load is from your load limit, the faster it will recharge, is what that screen was telling you. The further your energy load is from your energy load limit, the faster it will recharge. I don't think I understand. Let me try to read this again. Okay, so the rate at which energy is supplied to the AC. Higher values enable faster energy recovery. Improved by energy output spec of the generator and influenced by the total energy load of the AC, with lighter assemblies recovering energy more quickly. Are you understand? Is there something you're picking up on that I'm misunderstanding?
I'm getting pulled in different directions here.
Okay. All right, let's take a look over here. Look at the limit at the bottom of the screen where it currently says EN load, weight load. Lighter assemblies recovering EN more quickly. Okay. Okay, weight in general, not necessarily tied to energy, just the weight of the actual AC itself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm confused. This is a lot to take in.
It is. No, it's the energy. No, it's both. No energy load. Okay.
Check current EN load. So at the bottom there's
okay, I thought I understood,
EN
but I'm
load.
confused again. All right. Mm-hmm.
At the bottom there's total EN load.
Mm-hmm. Total EN load. Mm-hmm. The sum of all energy load of the energy load of all parts. The AC cannot sortie if it exceeds the generator's EN output. Right, so if you put too many things that require too much energy, you get the EN shortfall message, which means you can't sortie with that.
Okay. Okay.
Right? So that I understand. I guess I get. All right. Let's not get too stunlocked here, but
your initial conclusion about energy output was correct. Lighter builds get faster the further they are from the limit. EN regens quicker the further your EN load is from your EN load limit.
Okay, my initial conclusion was if I use parts with a lower total energy requirement, my reload will then be my energy reload will then be faster. This is what my conclusion was from when I read this. Okay. I was told that was wrong, so I went back to try and figure out what was wrong about it.
That was correct, apparently.
So then this was not.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we had to backtrack
Great.
to the previous split.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
It happens. We're all trying.
I'm trying very hard. I'm trying very hard.
And they are painfully sorry.
Yes.
That's cool.
That's okay. That's okay, guys. It's all right. Okay.
I feel like we're like working on trying to make a nuclear bomb here.
No. You're just it's studying for school.
Yeah.
You know.
We got like 70 scientists in one room.
Yep. That's okay. And somebody's already like typing the tweet out. Oh my God, watching them try to. I know it's okay. It's all right. We'll catch you later. No problem. I want to learn. I do want to learn. All right. So we're over to FCS now. Over in this, I picked medium range, but of what's available, I did not buy something with better close range, better missile lock correction, and better multi-lock correction. So let me take a look at those. Time for missile lock.
Higher value means it will lock on faster.
Yes. And multi-lock. Less time required to complete lock-ons. Okay. Huh. It's interesting that they split these up into two things. Locking on with one missile versus and locking on with many.
Many targets.
Are both separated into different things. That's so granular. Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, neither of those are currently relevant to my build. And these do have long-range assists. So, with Gatling guns, right? The range of the Gatling gun would be the right thing to weigh against which FCS to use, correct? So, if I go to look at them, and we check out the range we're fucking with.
Yes, getting approval from the committee.
Good. So we check out our Gatling gun, and we see that our Gatling gun's ideal range is 130, effective range 226. Okay. So, range at which attack power is guaranteed without ricocheting applies regardless of the target's defenses, with the exception of some special armor.
Okay.
Range at which attacks are effective. Okay. Based on the armor of the standard ACs and can vary depending on the defenses of the target. Okay, so the words effective and ideal here. Ideal seems to be describing, like, if it's not ideal, then you're just going to ricochet, which means you're doing no damage. Whereas effective is, like, better than ideal.
Oh, I feel like ideal is like the best range, and effective is like it's not the best, but it still works.
It still works. I see. Okay. My other way around then. Okay. So then, those words would imply that ideal versus effective. That is true. So I'd be dumb to think the opposite. But I guess the reason why I wasn't sure is because of ricocheting coming up here, because if you can be within effective range, but...
Yeah, I'd assume there would be more ricocheting of the effective range than the ideal range.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say, right? You'd think that it would be like, ricocheting means you're doing 0 damage, effective means you're doing some damage, ideal means you're doing max damage. Yeah. But that's not what I'm reading here, right? So, if I'm in effective range, does that mean that there will be some ricocheting, but not all? Yes, it does. Okay. Effective range is you're going to get some ricocheting.
Depending on their defense.
And once you're in ideal range, you will not be ricocheting.
Okay.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. All right, so... Alright, so nothing here directly says the words short or close range. However, if we're looking at 130 and 226, and we look over here, that's comparable. That's getting a bit higher. That's getting a bit higher. Here, actually, so for real comparison, let's go to those shotguns. Or did I even? No, I think I sold them. Because if Gatling guns are like, okay, these are close range, then would I be able to identify a gun's medium range, a gun being ideal for mid-range if that ideal range category bar is brought over to literally the middle of the bar? Like, for example, if it goes from 130 over, like, let's another midpoint over. Lab it out. Right. You definitely can, yes, and I will do that. But I'm just, in terms of being able to quickly identify what range a gun is good for. I do understand that if I go to FCS, it'll tell you what that FCS is good for. But right now, I'm asking about when you're looking at a specific gun and you want to know what range it's good at, right? 130 ideal range is 130 then corresponds to close. So, like, let's see if there's an example of a number that corresponds to far, so that I can know what an example of a far number would be. FCS says what the ranges are. I understand. I'm sorry. Okay, I get you. It says exactly what the ranges are. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect. Thank you. I misunderstood what you were getting at, guys. Okay, gotcha. It actually tells you 130 to 260, and beyond 260. Okay, so we're dealing with meters here. Okay, so when we're looking at these numbers on the gun, those numbers are actually meters.
Okay, so you know the range where to stand.
This number is in meters.
I assume so.
It doesn't say it, but it is the number that we are comparing it to. Okay.
International system, yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I do wish it said here in meters, but that's...
Yeah. You have to, like, cross-reference information to, like, get the whole details.
But now we get it. Okay, so to read that again, 130 to 260 are the numbers we need to think about. 130 to 260.
To be in the mid-range.
Well, yes. Well, 130 and 260 are the switch points.
Right.
Okay, so to go back now, 130. So, yeah, that's the limit of close and far. So the limit of close and far, of close and mid rather. So for that to be considered close, I'm gonna want to put an FCS on that has the best close range assist. Currently, the Abbott is best at that.
You want to get in that ass.
And let's compare the Abbott with what I haven't bought yet. As much close and as much mid as you can. Right, because it's right in between the two. Well, I guess here's the question now, right? Here we have big close, low mid. Here we have low close, max mid. Right?
Damn. Okay. Big blue bar on that. Mid.
You never want to be in mid. Being mid is very bad. Big close. Big close.
Because you got the assault, right? The Gatling guns, rather?
The Gatling guns, which are on the limit.
Uh-huh.
But take that to mean you shouldn't go beyond the limit. right?
Yeah, so
Reasonably.
You want to be close. Right?
You want to be close. Yeah. Okay, so we max out our close range here, and then we go to the parts shop and we compare for the others to see if anything's better at close. No, we currently have best in slot for close. And this is good mid and close, though. So this is a solid...
Oh, Le Talbot.
But we don't really want to be in mid, right? You want to go close. This is a decent other option, though, for...
Seems like a good, like, middle ground, maybe?
if you're going to compromise for other weights and... Exactly, right? To configure.
And if you, like, have to be forced out of close range, you can still do stuff.
Right. So, I might get forced out of range. The goal then is to just get back into close range.
Okay.
Before we start shooting. Okay. We'll just grab it anyway. All right. I understand. So, our generator was picked based on our other requirements. We got our booster. We got our FCS in place. I put the assault armor on because this thing's cool and it's a fun usage of the points. The head I've equipped is an aesthetic choice, really, but given what we got, let's see. Attitude stability. Well, yeah, so let's see what we're actually changing with each head here. ACS. The maximum load the ACS can support, the higher the value, the less likely the AC is to stagger. Okay. I don't need to change the head. Right, head is fine, head is flexible. Understood. Just so I know what I'm dealing with, though. Yeah, I guess I just want to see, like, what I would be changing if I did change my heads. So, less likely staggering. Low vulnerability to system abnormalities. So I guess like getting electricity overloaded, right? Yeah. Or coral overloaded. Scanning. And then scanning things. I guess of all these, staggering is nice to be able to stop. Scanning doesn't seem that important for combat. Unless that was a stupid sentence.
Contextually, it's fine.
Scanning affects missiles. Okay. Okay.
Wow. I did not know that.
So aside from lock... how does it affect missiles exactly? Does
Long distance locking on.
Okay, and then the other stat was how fast the lock-on occurs. So you can... this will give you better distance.
And you can lock through walls with the scan. Okay. So, bigger range of sight.
And then the other stat in FCS is to quickly acquire targets. So your FCS will control how quickly you lock on, and your head will control the range of your lock on and whether or not you can lock on through walls.
That seems important.
For missile builds, definitely.
Wow. Wall hacking.
Cool. Okay.
Get your Valve anti-cheats ready.
So this head means more resistance against staggering. This head, if you have this head, you will stagger less easy. Energy shortfall.
Womp.
Okay. Understood. Well, I'll compromise that more than the other things, I suppose. This would be second best. Or this. Yeah. Alright, and let's see, of the ones I didn't buy... Yeah, those are all worse as well. And they also are not the style I'm looking for.
Yeah, definitely not.
Okay, I'm going back to this one. Alright. Now, lastly, on the shoulder, songbirds. We can...
Yeah, they're good when you're forced back to the mid-range, right?
They were. They're also extremely dodgeable, fighting a suit. Oh. So, I guess... what kind of shoulder things? They seemed pretty solid. The laser cannons are also fun to charge and release. But I guess I'm foregoing melee, right? Hold on. Pause. You want to look at your chest. All right, hold on. Let's look at our chest. So, there was the Basho chest. There was this one. And then there was this one. And I decided to stick with this one based on its booster efficiency adjustment. Okay. What else is there to consider with the chest? I thought I already did.
What is the issue with the chest? And what does the chest affect?
A couple different things, but this was the main one I was concerned with at the moment. Shop has some better chests to make your general output better. Okay, so right now my concern is primarily this stat.
Generator output. Okay. The higher this value, the greater the final energy output of the generator.
Okay. So currently at 91. Let's take a look at the shop. Oh, we're a little shy on the cash. Might have to sell. Alright. So. Booster go down. Generator go up. Middle out. Even less. Big generator up. Big booster go down. Attitude stability is maximum load. Right. Okay. Okay, so for example, this is giving better energy while decreasing our boost efficiency, and you bring this up to say this is a better compromise to make. Certainly not a fan of how it looks right now, but would be able to equip a lighter generator. More generator output, more energy load, more regen. I see. Okay. So care more about the generator output instead of just going all into booster efficiency. Alright, well this is going to be 364, so yeah, in that case let's sell and get some cash back. So I mean, what did I just buy? I just bought a Basho chest, right? I'm not using it.
Sell the Basho. Ooh, big money.
VP40S, was it?
Yeah, this really is like building a computer or a car.
Yeah.
You get one new piece, and it's like, okay, but do the other pieces, are they able to handle the new piece?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah. I don't hate the chest, I just hate the way it looks in conjunction with all the other parts I have right now. I feel like if you're going to use this chest aesthetically, you need to build other things to, you know, support that style. But I don't like the way it looks for this. But should I care? Or should I just say, fuck it, the numbers are what they are, right? Yeah. Well, sure. Alright, so now we have better energy support, which means better reloading, better energy reloading. Songbirds on the shoulders. Also could support laser cannons now, if I needed to. Let's see if Songbirds on the shoulders is fine, though, because I wasn't thinking about going with laser cannons, so... Okie dokie. Yeah.
Do you want to AC test it from here?
Please use different legs/arms. Okay, so, why is that? We went through each part and looked at all the ones and picked on them. Why would you want to suggest other ones? One guy? Okay.
We're getting one guide.
Sounds like we're getting one guide.
That felt like one guide.
It felt like one guy, but I'm curious if one guy has any reasons behind what he said, or if not.
You don't need to be this heavy. Could change arms and legs.
Don't need to be this heavy. Could change arms and
Submit
legs.
it to the committee.
But
What
the
does
arms and
committee
legs,
say?
but the arms and legs that we already looked at did not accomplish the things that I was trying to get them to, right? We went through each stat to get to them, so I think you're wrong. All right.
Committee denies.
I don't think, I mean, see, yeah, we can AC test there, but why not test it in the field? Because to me, blowing up the training room is one thing. This is what matters.
Let's see if it works.